Hello, good people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. We're so excited to have you again. President Muhammadu Buhari have just few months to leave the position of the president, and right now there is so much pressure coming from Miyetti Allah Kuta Hall for the creation of a national livestock transformation plan. They are in need of full implementation. But you get to hear what a particular social political group have to tell them about that. But first of all, let's look at what their demands are, which is before the president right now. According to the news, the Miyetti Allah Kuta Hall has asked the federal government to create a Ministry of Livestock Development that will see to the full implementation of the National Livestock Transformation Plan (NLTP). The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association (MACBAN) made a similar request in 2018. NLTP was put in place by the National Economic Council (NEC), led by Vice President Yemi Osibanjo. The plan was to run for a period of 10 years between 2019 and 2028. As of June 2021, the federal government said 22 states and the Federal Capital Territory had registered under the program. The group has also called for an immediate designation and documentation for grazing reserve in the country. According to Nan Salah Al Hassan, who is the national secretary of the group, made the fresh call on Monday during an expanded meeting of the national executives of the association to discuss the challenges confronting Fulani pastoralists. Al Hassan said the implementation will help to address farmer haters clash. According to him, he said restoration of all the grazing reserves across the states of the Federation is one of the strategic ways to address the incessant farmer haters clash. This should also include creation, deployment of modern technology, aid dams and social boreholes, as well as veterinary clinics and development of dairies collection, that's milk collection centers. Hassan also faulted the continuous profiling of Fulani pastoralists as criminal. He said, however, he expressed gratitude to the federal government for its commitment to livestock development, saying the move will enhance the security and general welfare of pastoralist communities in the country. He also noted that the group has embarked on mobilization and sensitization of its members on the need to participate in the forthcoming election. According to him, he said, we call on the Political Awareness and Mobilization Directorate to embark on awareness campaign to sensitize our people on participating in the forthcoming election. Meanwhile, in a related development, the Ohanes Igbo worldwide on Monday rubbished the resolution of Miyetti Allah Kutaho on the need for grazing reserve in the southeastern part of the country. Heinze described the grazing reserve demands by Miyetti Allah as a sinister move that threatened national security and peace. The Secretary General of Ohaneze, Okechukwu Zuzoro, said the demand was unreasonable, unrealistic, and hallucination of daydreamers. A statement by Zuzoro said the Fulani group should respect the ban on open grazing and cattle routes by the southern governors. Zuzoro, in his words, says cattle rearing and businesses all over the world remain an individual enterprise and private business like other people who are in businesses of garment, mechanics, and food vendors. The use of threat of violence to give condition for peace shows that the Fulani organization indirectly indicted themselves for being responsible for the crisis associated with the farmers and herders across the country. Ndibo has responded that the perceived demand for 415 grazing reserves across the country have sinister and wicked motive aimed at fueling the disintegration of the country, and land grabbing against the indigenous people is a threat to national security and peace. There are no grazing routes and land for grazing reserve in the southeast. The southeast governor's ban on the conveyance of cattle by foot is still effective in the southeast, and Miyetti Allah should abide by the decision of Ndibos not to accede land for grazing reserves. On the demand for the Ministry of Nomadic Affairs with a mandate to broaden educational opportunities and address the pastoral challenges, Isusora said it's at the prerogative of the president to do so, but there's no need for irrational duplication of ministry. The Ministry of Education and Humanitarian Affairs are headed by Northerners. If there are challenges with Miyetti, they should seek the help of the two northern ministers. For now, there is no reason why there should be a minister of nomadic affairs or attempt to coerce federal government to create one. That was a solid response to the demand of this Fulani group. Buhari has less than, let's say, 5 months to go. Okay, let me say 6 months to go. And with that, they will do everything within their power to ensure at least some of the key things that will establish their stay in the country is done, so that possibly Fulanis can come from all over the world and situate themselves here. And guess what? That's not really the problem of most people. The problem is that whenever they find themselves in any settlement, in any village, in any town, they will just tell you they are the owners of the town, that their forefathers have fought war in that area and conquered the land for them, and they want to take over the land. We have seen cases like that in Plateau. Up till today, the owners of those communities which they took from those guys, they have not returned back. We've not heard anything. They will kind of model your house to look like their houses, and they will keep their cattle everywhere. They enjoy stay, they engage in banditry and all of that. Whether we like it or yes, this is a time for Nigerians to make good decision about who is going to lead the country. I'm sorry to say this, I'm not profiling. If we bring in any Fulani person to take over that position, I am telling Nigerians the truth that we will not, and I repeat, we will not be able to stop these guys from taking over indigenous lands, and they will go for the choices, because if we give them the chance to come in again, another Fulani man to come in again, despite the fact that we have multiple ethnic groups in Nigeria, Fulani man just finished. For another Fulani man to come, it therefore means they have not only declared themselves a majority ethnic group, they have declared themselves topmost in the list of majority group, that we are the only ones to rent. And guess what? Let's be real now. How academically, who are these guys? Let's be real. I'm not trying to profile anybody, but first of all, the one who was on ground, who is currently leading us, what is his academic performance, academic this thing? And apart from, okay, let's forget about the academic side and all of that. What has been his performance thus far? Where is the country now? Let's be real to ourselves. Then another person too will come on board again. No, it can't happen. All these things that these guys are talking about, blah, 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 up and down, and I'm talking about Sttong Igbo. The best place to arrange this thing is to ensure that everybody wakes up with their conscious mind to ensure that a Fulani man does not come in again as the president of Nigeria. No matter what, a Fulani man must not come in again. If we do not want to shed tears that the northern people have been shedding, it is high time we put our house together and correct this abnormality which is about to establish itself. They know very well that if they take over those places, as they have said, taking over, and I can assure you, if a Fulani man comes in, no man on earth can stop it. After all, we have seen his demonstration at the party level, what has happened thus far. We have seen it. So imagine him coming in to be the president of Nigeria. No, even if you people want to talk with the tongues of the angels, he will not answer. He will do according to the details of his people. And it will be tailored towards, if you can't stay with these people, then carry your car and go. How much of taxes do Fulanis pay that has transformed Nigerians? Just like Zora has rightly said, these are their private businesses. It doesn't impact on the economy. It doesn't change anything. They have not done in such a way that they have been employment for Nigerians. It's just a private enterprise that anybody can run. We have to wake up and ensure that these people do not settle in our domains. A word is said once for the wise.